Hello Blizzard fans, this is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is an Archon Mode game between VampyWorm and daytdrA, and SC2 and Japanese characters on Dash and Terminal, the latter edition. This is obviously a Legacy of the Void replay based on the fact that it is Archon Mode, and VampyWorm wanted to know that his teammate is another member of Team Ascension. daytdrA wants to give a shout out to him. And at the top right, we have the red Archon player Protoss. It is from Team Ascension, VampyWorm and daytdrA. And oh no, we're doing the same thing again. We are. And in the top of Dash and Terminal, the latter edition, we have the other red Protoss Archon Mode team. It is the SC2 and Japanese team. So, oh boy, this is going to get ugly once again. I hope they fix this bug in the replays. Again, I've been told it can be the same thing when you're actually playing the game, which is kind of nuts in my view, but we'll have to see what's going on in this PvP probe actually scouting out here. I think that is actually a probe from Team VampyWorm, and yes, it is. Gonna head on up here. We're gonna call this team SC2 and this team VampyWorm, and hopefully it doesn't get too confusing, to be honest. Alright, so here comes the probe, scouting on in, sees exactly what's going on. Nothing too crazy, does not see two gases being taken by the enemy, by SC2 here. Just the single gas as well as the gateway. Fairly standard stuff. It could be an adept opening. We have seen some of that recently with that mass adept, which is pretty nuts stuff. Two assimilators being used actually here by Team VampyWorm. Not much conversation, actually canceling one of those just to spite me. And that assimilator does come up. 3 workers should be on it momentarily. Just 2. I wonder if that's a misclick. Maybe they just want to. I don't know. There comes the cybernetics core as well. A little bit behind the cyber core of our friends from SC2. Pylon coming up at the same time. I'm not sure how you actually divvy out the responsibilities in the early game, because, I mean, it makes sense that one player kind of sits in the base and micros everything that happens here. Rally points and building buildings and making sure the workers are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and the other person's out on the field scouting and attacking and things like that. But at this point, there's no scouting or attacking to do, really. I mean, they sent out that one probe, but that was it. I think this is a probe from Team SC2 scouting things out based on the fact that it's not working and just kind of sitting here. Is it going to mine? Nope, that's definitely a scouting enemy probe. So, crazy stuff. Researching Warp Gate and making adepts. So here we go. 3 workers on that assimilator now. I think that was a mistake earlier. Getting 2 adepts out. Not chrono boosting them. What's this chrono boost going to be used for is the question. Team Ascension, use that chrono boost on maybe the cybernetics core. Nope. Chrono boosting out workers instead. Pretty smart stuff. And a bit of a, not really walling off here, but putting a pylon forward again, just maybe as a distraction, I don't know. Usually in PvP, you want your buildings kind of clustered together because walling off is dumb, just because a lot of the units that Protoss players have are ranged, especially in the early game with the Stalkers and the Adepts. So actually using the Chrono Boost here on the Warp Gate research, a bit of a differing opinion of what to do with that Chrono Boost from both of these players. It is 34 to 25. Who's ahead here? 15 out of 16, 17 out of 16. I'll have to assume this bottom, yeah, Team Ascension. Okay, that actually does help. So Team Ascension here is the bottom red Archon player. Up in Harvesters, 27 to 22. Also up in Supply, 36 to 29. Doing a good job with this adept play. And what's happening over here? Pylon. We're going to build a pylon over here. I guess Team VampyWorm is going to do this forward pylon. Getting sniped down seems to be a popular place to throw this pylon. We saw this in a previous game that a subscriber submitted in a PvP as well, but the adepts are having none of it. They're going to take it down. At the same time, another pylon going to attempt to be placed, I think, here by Team SC2. Are we going to get the pylon before the Stalkers can save it? And no! Canceling that warp in. I think you actually lose the money from that as well. Using Psionic Transfer to chase these Stalkers down. The Stalkers need to run as fast as they can because these guys are going to be here momentarily. Yeah! Immediately trying to snipe down one of those Stalkers. Does actually manage to take down all of its shields. Gets a worker there for its trouble as well. Zealot being taken down immediately. The light damage is just so useful for these Adepts. The fact that those Zealots are light. Deciding instead of chasing down that Stalker that is super damaged, oh, sending one Adept after it. Focusing down the single Stalker that is close to dying. No! More Stalkers show up for Team SC2, and the Adepts beat a hasty retreat. Does one of them die? Yes, it does. Stalkers are so fast, but the Psionic Transfer gets the rest of them to safety to the top of this ramp. What are we doing in response? Ah, actually, we are making a Stargate here. So interesting play here from Team VampyWorm. What are we going to do with that is the question. These Stalkers actually might pose a bit of a problem here for Team VampyWorm. Coming on up, chasing everything around. Oh, Probe gets sniped down as well. Might take down this pylon, but no, the Stalkers are out for blood. They want to kill these Adepts as best as they can. They are outnumbered, the Adepts are, and here we come. Stalkers immediately focusing down Adepts one by one by one. Trying to get that pylon at the same time. Adepts are coming in, but again, getting just individually focused down. The Adepts just don't do enough damage, I don't think, to really take down these Stalkers fast enough. More and more Adepts falling left and right. There is a Stalker that dies every once in a while, but it's really not fast enough. I don't think for VampyWorm to survive this. The Adepts trying to run away as best they can, but no. Gonna die. The last one is dead. Reinforcing Stalkers from Team Archon are here. Sniping down these pylons are pretty huge. Second pylon, maybe pulling probes, desperately trying to make this happen. Is Team VampyWorm a Void Ray? Ugh. I'm not sure if the Void Ray is the answer here, unfortunately. Trying to get us around from the probes. Did we pull probes? Yeah, Adepts have been up here killing stuff for Team Archon, so the probes have been pulled from Team VampyWorm against Team YesMan. Probe on probe action, Stalker on Stalker action. I don't know what's going on. Going to try to take down this Void Ray immediately, and yes, does manage to do it. There are 2 Stalkers left here for Team VampyWorm, and is there an Adept? I think there might be an Adept as well. Probes dying left and right. These Stalkers trying to get in range of the probes and Stalkers and kill them, and yes, one Stalker left here for Team Ascension. Workers dying left and right. These Stalkers must have so many kills. 8 kills, 5 kills. 5 kills there as well. The last Stalker has fallen for Team VampyWorm. What is going to happen? These last probes as well. What is left for each of these? There are 6 probes and 3 Adepts left for Team VampyWorm. The Adepts are coming back with the psionic transfer to try to help with these Stalkers. 3 total Stalkers left for Team YesMan. Trying to kill this pylon as fast as possible to depower, but it really doesn't matter, I don't think, just because there's really nothing mining. There's no money here for either team, and the pylon does go... No, that does not actually go down. So 3 Stalkers together against, what is it, 3 probes and 3 Adepts. I think the Stalkers are going to win this. Does not look good here for Team Ascension. Sniping down individual Adepts as fast as possible, moving back the wounded Stalkers, because they are fast. Remember, getting some armor damage on individual Adepts, that is going to be very useful later on, but actually going to lose a Stalker here. And yeah, it's going to be very, very close, but I think they're actually going to lose a Stalker. No, the Stalker is still alive and still shooting, but does actually go down eventually. Is there going to be an Adept going to go down here? No, the Adept is still alive, trying to get focused down. Psionic transfer happens. There's a single Adept versus a single Stalker, but the Adept has a lot of health, and bam! The final Stalker goes down. All that's left is a single worker here mining for Team YesMan. Has VampyWorm actually pulling this out? Wow, but 3 workers are mining here, and that's it. GG from Team YesMan. Team Ascension calls the GG, and that is it. Team YesMan leaves the game. VampyWorm and daytdrA are victorious. Woo! Pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy game. Thank you so much for watching. This has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. Thanks again to VampyWorm for sending this in as a really fun replay. Kind of a last-minute request. I really appreciate him getting this to me. So, until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.